Today our topic is the art of making better decisions. Life is full of choices, big and small. Every day, we make decisions that shape our future. Some decisions are easy, like what to eat for breakfast. Others are harder, like choosing a career or ending a relationship. But no matter the decision, the way we approach it can change everything. Making better decisions is not just about luck or intelligence. It is about understanding ourselves, learning from the past, and thinking clearly about the future. Let's talk about how we can improve our decision-making skills and live a more intentional life. First, let's talk about why decisions matter. Every choice we make has consequences. Even small decisions can lead to big changes over time. For example, deciding to save a little money every month might not seem important now, but in a few years, it could give you financial freedom. On the other hand, ignoring your health today might lead to problems later. This is why it's important to take decisions seriously. But how can we make better decisions? One of the most important things is to slow down. Often, we make quick choices without thinking deeply. This can happen because we're stressed, tired, or just in a hurry. But rushing leads to mistakes. Instead, take your time. Think about your options. Ask yourself questions like, what do I really want? What are the possible outcomes? What are the risks? Taking time to reflect can help you see things more clearly. Another key to better decision-making is understanding your emotions. Emotions play a big role in how we choose. Sometimes, fear or anger can push us to make poor decisions. For example, you might stay in a job you hate because you're afraid of change. Or you might say something hurtful in an argument because you're angry. To make better decisions, you need to recognize your emotions and not let them control you. This doesn't mean ignoring your feelings. It means understanding them and asking yourself, is this decision based on logic, or am I just reacting to how I feel right now? One way to improve your decision-making is to learn from the past. Think about the choices you've made before. What worked? What didn't? What lessons can you take from those experiences? For example, if you've made impulsive purchases and regretted them later, you might decide to wait 24 hours before buying something expensive. Or if you've stayed in a toxic relationship too long, you might learn to trust your instincts when something doesn't feel right. The past is a great teacher if we're willing to listen. Another important skill is thinking ahead. Imagine the possible outcomes of your decision. What could go right? What could go wrong? This is called considering the consequences. For example, if you're thinking about moving to a new city, ask yourself, how will this affect my career, my relationships, and my happiness? What will I gain, and what will I lose? Thinking ahead helps you weigh the pros and cons and make a more informed choice. It's also helpful to set clear goals. When you know what you want, it's easier to make decisions that align with your values and priorities. For example, if your goal is to live a healthy life, you'll be more likely to choose exercise and good food over unhealthy habits. If your goal is to build strong relationships, you'll prioritize spending time with loved ones. Goals give you direction and help you stay focused on what really matters. Sometimes making decisions can feel overwhelming, especially when there are too many options. This is called decision fatigue. To avoid this, simplify your choices. Limit the number of options you consider. For example, if you're trying to choose a new phone, don't look at every model available. Instead, decide on a few features that are most important to you, like battery life or camera quality, and narrow your search. This makes the decision easier and less stressful. Another useful strategy is to seek advice. Talking to others can give you new perspectives and help you see things you might have missed. But remember, the final decision should be yours. Don't let others decide for you. Their experiences and priorities might be different from yours. Listen to their advice, but trust your own judgment. Now let's talk about Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that can help with decision-making. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we can't. This is a powerful idea. Many of our worries come from trying to control things that are out of our hands. For example, we can't control the weather, but we can control how we prepare for it. We can't control other people's actions, but we can control how we respond. By focusing on what's within our power, we can make better decisions and feel more at peace. Stoicism also teaches us to accept the consequences of our choices. Every decision comes with risks, and sometimes things don't go as planned. Instead of regretting or blaming others, Stoicism encourages us to take responsibility and learn from the experience. This mindset helps us grow and become wiser. Another important idea in Stoicism is to stay calm and rational. When we're faced with a tough decision, it's easy to feel anxious or overwhelmed. But Stoicism reminds us that emotions are temporary. By staying calm and thinking clearly, we can make better choices. This doesn't mean ignoring your feelings. It means not letting them cloud your judgment. Finally, let's talk about the power of habits. Many of our decisions are influenced by habits. For example, if you're used to eating junk food, it's hard to switch to healthy options. But habits can be changed. By creating new, positive habits, you can make better decisions without even thinking about it. Start small. For example, if you want to save money, start by putting a little aside every week. Over time, this habit will grow, and saving will become automatic. In conclusion, making better decisions is a skill that can be learned. It takes practice, patience, and self-awareness. By slowing down, understanding your emotions, learning from the past, and thinking ahead, you can improve your decision-making. Set clear goals, simplify your choices, and seek advice when needed. Remember the lessons of Stoicism. Focus on what you can control. Accept the consequences, and stay calm. And don't forget the power of habits. Small changes can lead to big results over time. Life is a series of choices. Every decision is a chance to create the life you want. So take your time, think carefully, and choose wisely. The art of making better decisions is not about being perfect. It's about being intentional, learning from your mistakes, and moving forward with confidence. You have the power to shape your future. Use it well,